Hello everyone, I am Elisa García and I am a first year student studying primary education degree in the bilingual group at the University of Murcia. And during this video I'm going to introduce you my exam of school organization and attention to diversity. Let's start. I am the head teacher of a school in Murcia called Florecilla. This school is composed of 1,500 students and 120 well-trained teachers. We have between 20 and 30 students per class. We are a very inclusive school that adapts to every type of diversity, autism, different cultures, religion, etc. We are also very cooperative and we need active parents and students. The holistic view is also included. This is the prompt that I did to an AI. In this case, I chose ChatGPT for the 10 measurements. The complete response is in the transcript. Now I chose what 5 measures are more essential for me, and I am going to reflect on each one of them. It seems very appropriate for my center because we want diversity in our school. Therefore, we want that every person, it doesn't matter where they come from, feel included and listened. The Article 26 of the La Ley Orgánica de 2006, Alumnado con integración tardía en el sistema educativo español, can support this measure. And also the Article 19 del Real Decreto de 2022 del 1 de marzo explains that every student who came from a different country and therefore it incorporate very late to the Spanish educative system will have a specialized teacher and specialized treatment just to solve the problem with the language. The actors that are included in this measure are teacher staff, student, family, and specialized teachers. And the relationships that are established are connection within learning and teacher-student connection. It's appropriate for our center because it is very inclusive and we try to include everyone and give them the special needs that each one deserves and needs. Because every person has the same rights. The Article 73 de la Ley Orgánica 2006, el 3 de mayo, supports that every student who has limited barriers to participate, to learn, or to whatever that is related with education, communication, language, required special needs and special treatment with and specialized treatment in order that they can achieve a good education and their own good development. The actors of this measure are the teaching staff, students, and specialized teachers. And the relationships that are established are a connection between peers, teaching-student connection, and connection within learning context. It's appropriate as we want diversity, we do not discriminate anyone, and we accept them with their physical conditions and they can participate and have a good time in sports and in extracurricular activities. I didn't found like a very similar of a specific article who refers to inclusive sports. So I think that it should have one However, I guess that this would be included like in other articles of special treatments or something like that. The actors are the teaching staff, students, and specialized teacher, and the relationships are teacher-student connection and connection within learning. It's appropriate because we want different races and cultures in our school so that we can learn more things about the rest of cultures and people. The Article 16 del Decreto de 2022 de noviembre speaks against violence, discrimination, and it's in favor of each person's ethical standards. So we can say that it can support this measure. The articles that included in this measure are family, teaching staff, and students, and the relationship that establishes is connection within learning. It's appropriate because it's exactly what we are looking for. Inclusivity and an environment where everyone can feel well and respected. The Article 17 de la Ley Orgánica de 2006, el 3 de mayo, supports this measure because it talks about knowing and respecting other cultures and differences like discapacities, conditions, sexual identity, sexual orientation, and religion. The actors are students and teaching staff, and the relationships are a connection between peers and connection beyond the classroom. The AA proposal set a lot of parts of educational diversity because, for example, in the last measure, promotion of inclusive values, are included a lot of aspects like different religion, um, sexual orientation, cultures, etc. However, I would like that the AA would mention more in a more deep way gender equality and background deaf people and blind people. The AI proposal have mentioned all the relationships. The five main points that I would put as a principle related to coexistence would be the first one, ensuring all individuals feel included because everyone has the same rights and opportunities. The second one is respecting school devices and resources. The materials are for everyone, so you should look after them. The third one, respecting others' different conditions. We all are not equal. The fourth one, helping your peers and collaborate always with fellowship. And the last one, listening carefully to your teachers and peers. You have to pay attention and coexist with everyone who is different from you. In my complex organization, there are diverse perspectives, backgrounds, and roles. It's, it's also very innovative, creative, and it's open to new changes. Therefore, it is related to the complexity of diversity and redundancy. According to these points and the complexity, I would lead with a democratic leadership style commitment, which includes inclusivity, collaboration, fairness, and participatory decision making between teachers, students, and peers. This will create a school where everyone feels valued, respected, and empowered to contribute to the common good and who can express themselves and feel listened by the rest of people. Also, I would liberate the transformation leadership which inspires and motivates their team members to achieve exceptional results. I would bring out the greatest potential in students in every aspect of their development. The educational laws have affected the Spanish educational system due to the fact that there has been a growing recognition of the importance of addressing diversity and promoting inclusivity. Efforts have been made to provide additional support and resources to students with special educational needs, to promote equal opportunities for all learners, and foster a more inclusive learning environment. A lot of years ago, children with different problems from the rest were marginalized and they were thrown in the towel, saying that they were no good for school and life. Luckily, these have changed. The first law in education according to disability in diversity was the LOCSE in 1990. Then was implemented the law in 2006. The law maintained the LOCSE concepts and expanded them to fit the demands of the educational system. Furthermore, in 2013, LOMCE placed more emphasis on inclusion. Finally, the law in 2020 established that centers had to elaborate a diversity care plan, which included the measures that a center puts in practice to attend all students. These plans aim to promote inclusion and provide support for students with diverse needs to ensure they receive an equitable education. I'm going to give an example of a student that use a wheelchair because of a physical disability. He faces challenges with mobility every day, so the educational environment has to adapt to his needs. For instance, having accessible facilities to them, an entrance for the wheelchair, a lift. Also, the activities should be adapted to him. I think that I deserve an 8 because of my progression, because I started having no idea about the subject, about the first tasks. However, I went very introduced with the pass of the time in the subject, and I really ended liking it a lot. And also, I always come to class and I participate very effectively in the teamworks. However, I admit that sometimes I didn't have enough ideas to express, or I didn't know a lot of things. The most crucial idea about school organization that I have learned is coexistence, because I think that is in a class very important, because the teacher has the power of creating a safe environment where students respect each other's. I've never thought about how complex school could be, and also the several groupings that exist. The most crucial thing that I've learned in attention to diversity was the topic of inclusion, because we are not the same, and every person has its own condition, its own opportunities, backgrounds, reasoning, comprehension. So it's very important that teachers should adapt to every student, to every problem of each one, to every situation, to every all individuals' background and everything, because everyone deserves to have education. Of course, I am now more aware about a lot of different types of diversity that I didn't know before, and above all, like the historical progression that diversity had was very interesting for me, comparing the very beginning of people, of diversity, that it's very different from now. I've learned a lot of tools creating this video, like for example CapCut for editing this video, or in Viva Video for adding music, or in Canva I learned more resources of creating more pictures and adding like movement in the pictures. And because I've never done a video of this length, and I've learned a lot. And also I've learned more about this subject because I searched a lot of internet for knowing more things, for getting inspired, for answering some questions of the exam. So that's all. I hope you like this exam, and thanks for watching.